posting for a little while. I've been really working on my mental health. I recently have stopped smoking. Smoking was an addiction I had for a while. It was something I used to cope, something I used to really like just keep my head straight, and something I thought helped me with my problems. I've been really working on bettering myself because I really could be at a better place. I could have been at a better place that I'm in right now, but I stopped myself. I wasn't saving my money. I wasn't really putting my money in the right places. I wanted to come here and tell y'all that all of us could be rich, and the people above don't want us to be rich. Y'all need to save money. Y'all need to put your money in stocks. Y'all need to put your money in places where it would grow money and not waste money. Like, of course you need to buy food. Of course you need to buy good clothing, but you don't need excessive clothing. You don't need expensive clothing. You don't need frivolous things that don't make you money. This is something I also need to work on too. I'm not perfect, but I want to share information that I know and share things that I know that are going to improve me and could also improve you. I know one thing I really want to get into is stocks, crypto. That's one thing that a lot of millionaires and billionaires have their money in, and they get rich. They get rich from the poor because we're spending our money on Nike, Apple, Adidas, Amazon, but they're buying portions of it and making money off us because we're putting money into it and not gaining it from owning it. So that's one thing being crypto. Another thing being a business. So for me, I have a clothing brand. I wanna invest most of my money into my clothing brand, so I'm able to put my money into my clothing brand, make money from my clothing brand, and then save a good portion of the money that I make. Having a business is one thing that's great. I started my clothing brand when I was 15 years old, and that's something I'm really proud of because not every average 15-year-old, 16-year-old has a business or has a mindset of growing. I want everyone to win. I want you to win. I want your friend to win. Everybody has the possibility to win, and everybody could win, but everyone won't win because they won't listen to saving. They won't listen to putting your money in stocks. They won't listen to not really spending your money on frivolous things and doing this and that, which is not making you money. So I just think that's really something that's important that I just had to say. But you don't really have to listen to me. You could hear from someone else. You could research on stocks. You could research on crypto. You could research on saving and how important saving is. It don't matter how much you save. You could save $1 a day. You could save $5 a day. You could save $10 a week. If you're saving, that's better than you putting your money into things that won't make you money. So saving is something that I know that's definitely important because recently I've been saving, and I haven't been really good at saving, but I know it's important. So I've been forcing myself to save. I know it's benefiting my future self. So saving is really important. But I really just want to talk about what's going on recently. I'm not gonna go too in depth. I'll go in depth in further videos, but a lot really just been going in my head. Thinking of past trauma, just thinking of life. Life is not even life. The world is a cruel place, and sometimes I could overthink that. Sometimes I think about a lot of the negative when I shouldn't. But like my mom could be a place that isn't really a good place sometimes because I'm thinking about multiple things, having multiple thoughts in my head, and that's one thing I don't like, but I'm working on it. But I hope everyone that's watching is you don't have to do anything that I'm saying. You have free will to do whatever you want, but I hope at least you're listening to what I'm saying and taking it for what it is, because I'm not rich, so you don't have to believe me. You don't even have to understand me, but I hope that y'all hear me, and y'all understand that I'm saying this for a reason. I'm not sitting here in front of this camera for no reason to talk to y'all. I'm saying this to the camera because I want you to win, and I want everyone to win. So I'm putting this information out there because I know it could be beneficial to anybody that watches this. So at least just hear me out. In a world where 9 to 5s, meaning like jobs are very major and everyone thinks you need a job to be rich. I don't want to have to work a 9 to 5, and I know I won't work a 9 to 5 in the future. Working a 9 to 5 is basically like being a slave. You're a slave to that paycheck. You should want to have a business or make your own money and be your own boss. That's what I'm working on, being my own boss, and I feel like everyone should think of what their business is. You could make clothing, you could sell concepts, you could make designs, you could draw, you could make music, you could play basketball, you could make poems, you could write songs for somebody. There's many things in the world that you could do for yourself and under yourself, being your own boss and not have to work for someone else to make money, and you can make a living more than anybody under a 9 to 5 is doing. I want everyone to be aware of that, and everyone to know that you don't have to work a 9 to 5 to be rich. And more than likely, working a 9 to 5, you won't be rich. So you get that paycheck, gotta pay bills. More than likely, not more than likely, you're gonna buy food, taxes. Your paycheck is gone. So that 9 to 5 is not really benefit you. You might believe it benefits you, but you can't save that much. You can't really do that much to navigate life. So you really have to find what your niche is, whatever that thing that's special about you. Everybody on this world has that one special thing. You just have to figure out what that special thing is. I figured out that my special thing is creativity. So I started making clothing. I make designs for my clothing, and then I make clothing pieces, and a lot of people like the clothing I make. So I know for a fact that my clothing brand is something that I will have, but I also want to have multiple. I'm gonna do multiple things. I'm not just gonna have my clothing brand. I don't necessarily know what all of the things are gonna be, but I know they're gonna be other things, because I'm just a person where one thing is not enough for me. There's all this money in the world, and I'm not gonna just intake one thing when I know I can make a lot of money doing multiple things. I know it may sound like I'm rambling, but I'm just speaking off the stuff of my mind. This is none of this is a script. I'm just speaking what goes through my head, the things that I know that are positive, and the things that I know will work. And it's some things I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning about stocks. I'm still learning about different things that can make you profit, and different things that you really don't have to work so hard. You don't have to break a sweat to make money. The world teaches you that you have to wake up in the morning early, go to work, go to this job, and by the time you get home, you're tired. You can't really get time to have fun. If you have spend time with your kids, if you have kids, it's not really that much time in the world that you have, or time in a day to do the fun and do the things you want to do. It's 24 hours in a day, and most of the time you spend working. You still gotta sleep for a good amount of your day. So a lot of your time is gone working a 9 to 5. So I know a 9 to 5 is not necessarily something that's really benefiting you. But like it's nothing. Look, it's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. It's not like I'm saying there's anything wrong with a 9 to 5. But I know that shouldn't be something you're so destined for, something you're so passionate for. You should be passionate on finding whatever that thing that is special for you. I was lucky to find what I'm passionate about when I was 15 years old. Not everyone will be fortunate to find that. Some people will find it when they're 18. Some people will find it when they're 25. It'll be different ages where you find it. But if you start working now, more than likely you'll find it sooner than later. So this is just my video talking about money, the world, and just about whatever you find important. If it's not something that's positive for you, not something that's making you money, maybe you have to reevaluate what that thing is. I want the best for you. I might not know who you are watching this video, but no, I want the best for you.